Hello and welcome to another episode of Food as Fuck. My name is Zeke and Simone is behind the camera as usual, and today we are cooking Omurice. Omurice is a Japanese dish, and it is a beautiful thing that I love to eat. And Nori, my wife, loves this stuff, and I like cooking it for her. So Omurice very simply means think of it as the Japanese smash of the words omelette and rice, and you get Omurice. And basically, it's called that way because that is literally what it is. And I'm going to show you a very cool way to make it today that is not technically difficult, because you know all the pro guys making Omurice, they have this I don't even know what to call this. They have this action going on to make the Omurice, and I can't do that. So I'm going to show you a much easier way to make it, and that yields more, so you get to eat more of it. So stick around. So ingredients for the Omurice are very straightforward. There are three components that you can sort of think about it in a way. So the first is eggs. You're gonna need some eggs, obviously. So I'm gonna use 2 eggs per person, and we are going to make a sauce, and we are also going to have some rice, obviously. So for the eggs, very straightforward. I'm just gonna be adding some soy sauce, a little bit of mirin. You don't really need the mirin, but I'm adding it, salt and pepper, and that's it. For our sauce that we are going to sort of put on top at the end, we're making it out of mayonnaise, a little bit of hoisin sauce, and any kind of barbecue sauce will do. You know me, I'm using Guinness, of course. So that's going to be our sauce that we're going to put at the top. Think of it sort of like an Okonomiyaki sauce, or similar to that. And if you don't know what that is, Google it. Some cheese, and the last component, of course, is our rice. Now, the rice, I recommend that you make a stir-fried rice because it's tastier, and just do your thing, right? So whatever kind of stir-fried rice you like, just do that. I had some rice lying around yesterday, so I made a chicken stir-fried rice. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, so let's do this. You won't believe how easy it is. We're gonna start with our sauce first, just to get it out of the way and put it in the fridge. So the sauce is very straightforward. I'm gonna be using just a regular cheap plastic bag for this, right? So mayonnaise, we're gonna be adding. I'm gonna put a nice amount because Nori's gonna come home later and she's gonna kill me if I don't make her some. A little bit of hoisin sauce. So this is how much mayonnaise we have, and I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of the hoisin sauce, and I'm gonna put about almost the same amount of the Guinness. And that's it. That's our sauce. So all you have to do now is tighten it at the top, and then sort of just shake it all around until it's all mixed together. And that's it, right? So just mix that up, put it in the fridge, and you are ready to continue. All right, so pretty much once your rice is done and once you're done with the sauce, it's just very easy to put this together. So like I said before, I'm doing 2 eggs per person. So I am just going to crack my eggs in here. So I'm just gonna be adding my ingredients now. So a little bit of soy sauce, and this is a brand new bottle. I don't know, I would say a splash. Right? A splash. Another splash of your mirin. A little pepper, and usually I like to put the salt after it's in the pan. Just give this a good mix. And it should be sort of a light brownish color like this, right? And that's it. So before you start to go to the stove, just make sure that your rice is nice and hot. And that's it. So I'll see you at the stove. All right, our eggs are seasoned and beaten, and I've warmed up my rice, so I recommend that you use hot rice for this. So either you just freshly finished making your rice or warm it up somehow. So remember, the traditional Omurice is done in a very sort of weird fashion to get that fold. Like, people keep doing this sort of weird bump thing, and I just couldn't be bothered learning that. So I'm gonna do it my way, and for that, I am going to need to start on a medium heat. Just to get our butter melting in the beginning, I'm using a lot of butter because my non-stick pan is not as non-stick as it used to be. Or that's the excuse that I'm using. All right, so the butter is nice and melted. Make sure that you get all the sides as high up on the sides as you can go. Make sure that the pan is hot. And this is just to get sort of a nice quick coat when we drop the egg in. All right, so just drop the egg in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, I'm gonna slowly cook this egg, and the reason for that is I'm going to be adding a layer of cheese and the rice, and I don't want the egg to cook too quickly. So once you start to see those edges forming, right, that's when you want to bring the heat low, right? So bring it down to a low heat. See that bubbling there? I don't want it to do that, right? I want this to cook real slow. And try to get the egg to the sides to go up as much as you can. And just let it take its time, right? Do not rush this. This is usually where I like to put the cheese, right? So I put a lot of cheese. So if you look here, you can see that they're still pretty runny, and I got a lot of egg in the middle here. This is when I add my my rice. So I want some of my rice to soak up that egg. Now, it's important that you don't want to go all the way up to the edges. Continue cooking this very slow. And I would even bring the heat down a little bit more, right? So go as low as you can. And now I am not going to touch this for about 3 minutes. Remember, it's on super low heat, so 3 minutes. It's gonna give it a nice gold crispy bottom. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes. Now, everybody's oven is different, or stove, so for me, 3 minutes is usually the mark. This is perfectly fine to eat the way it is, but of course, that's not very exciting, is it? So, this is the part that can totally mess up your dish if you mess it up. And I've done it before, but hopefully it's not gonna happen today. So I'm gonna put that there, and we are going to hopefully flip this without spilling it all over the place. Ready, Simone? Woo! And there you go. Oh, look at that. And see, this is why I said to cook it real slow, so you get that nice, see, this is not burnt, but it's beautifully crisped up. I finish it up by tucking in the sides. Last step is our sauce. I'm gonna give it a quick cut here. Now, be careful. However tiny the cut is you think you need to be a little bit tinier than that, right? Because otherwise it's gonna go everywhere. So super, super, super fine cut. And that's it, that's all you need. That looks ridiculous, I know, but that's all you need. See that tiny little bit there. Here we go, so to garnish, we put our sauce on the top. So it's Omurice, but Okonomiyaki style. And then hopefully, if you have some furikake, you can add some on the top like that. Oh, what do you know? We had enough. And SHA POW. All right, taste time! Omurice, baby. Oh yeah.
Very good.
It's very Japanese, right?
Yeah, reminds a lot to Okonomiyaki.
If you guys have never tried Omurice before, you should totally try it. It's cheap to make, it is satisfying, and this is a huge meal right here.
And pretty quick.
Simone is very happy with today's episode because we shot it all in about like what, an hour? Something like that. So he's very happy.
Our personal record.
Our personal record, that's true. Please give this a try. If you like what we do, don't forget to like our channel, hit the subscribe button, share our videos. We love it when you guys do that. And comment down below. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. So until then, I've been Zeke, and this is Simone, and SHA POW!